SudokuStore. I am Rusty. Let's get today's puzzle loaded up as a custom creation here. Not because it's really custom, but because it's the only way I have of loading a puzzle in here right now. And as usual, when I hit the validate button here, the checkbox, it checks it as a sanity check to make sure that there's only one solution and so on. And if that's the case, it starts a timer. That timer running means that I'm going to let you have 20 seconds to get started on the puzzle before I start addressing it. Otherwise, I have to go in and see if I can figure out where I typoed an entry. In any case, let's see what we got here. And it is validated. So you get 20 seconds, less than that now. And we'll see how things go. Meanwhile, I'm watching a video of a cab ride on a train, I think in Germany. Might be France or someplace at this point. And in any case, we're 25 seconds now. All right, get a 1 here. One of these three is going to be a 1. 4 possibilities here. 3 possibilities here. 4 possibilities here. And 5 possibilities here. All right, 2. Not a lot of help there at 3 possibilities. 4 possibilities here. 6 possibilities here. 5 here. 5 here. 6 here. 6 here. And 5 here. How about 3? Oh, there we got a little bit of help. One of these two is going to be a 3. And I don't get to change anything in this square, but down here, I've got 3 possibilities. Here, I've got 3 possibilities. I've got 4 possibilities here. And 2 possibilities here. So it's a little bit better. Hey, we get a solve of a 4 here. What do we got here? 3 possibilities, or 4 possibilities. 4 possibilities here. Nope, 3 possibilities here. This is not a possibility. And we've got 4 possibilities here. Up here, we've got one of these two as a 4. And I've got 4 possibilities here. How about 5? Well, we're down to, oh, this one we get a solve of a 5 there. Another one here. This one is going to be a 5. We get 2 possibilities here and 2 possibilities here. 6s. Hey, this one gets to be a 6. All right, one of these two is a 6. One of these two is a 6. I've got 5 possibilities, or 6 possibilities here. Here I've got 4 possibilities. 3 possibilities here, but this combination of 3 plus this combination of 2 means that one of these two is going to be a 6. All right, 7s. One of these two, not a 9. One of these two is going to be a 7. We've got 3 possibilities here, 2 possibilities here. Over here, we've got two possibilities. And kind of open up here for the moment. 8s on the other hand. I've got an 8 down here and one here. That means I've got two possibilities for an 8 here. Over here, we've got an 8 here and an 8 here. That means one of these two is an 8, but up here, this block, this one. So this is an 8. We end up with two possibilities for an 8 here. We've got 3 possibilities here and 3 possibilities here. Go to 9s. Well, this one gets solved as a 9. I end up with 3. Nope, I've got a 9 here as well. That means this is a 9. Over here, I've got 2 possibilities for a 9. Down here, I've got 2 possibilities. And that means one of these two, this one, is 9 as well. Now let's run through the bottom of this again. So we got a 1. This one gets to be a 2. That means up here we've got 4, 5, a pair of 6, a pair of 8 as a possibility. That means this can't be an 8. This is an 8. One of these two is going to be a 2. Yep, one of those two is a 2. And we got a 3, 4 pair there. All right, one of these two is going to be a 3. That means I've got 2 possibilities for 1 now. And it looks like those 2 possibilities also get to be possibly a 2. All right. This one can't be a 1, so that's a 1. That turns that into a 2. And that means this becomes a 7, and this is a 2. It means one of these two is a 2. And one of these two is a 1. That is a 1. One of them is a 1. All right. 2, 2, 3. So I've got 3 possibilities for 4. No. Oh, no, yeah, 3 possibilities for 4. And 3 possibilities for 7 to go with the 2 possibilities for 2. All right. Those don't get marked. All right, how about here? I still got 4 possibilities for 1. 3 possibilities for 1 down here. 2 possibilities for 1 here. Maybe we can do more here. 1, 2. So we've got, that's blocked. So a 2 is going to be one of these 3, which is actually helpful up here more than it is in this square. Although actually we can use that now. So we got 3. 4 is going to be one of these 3. We've got a 5. 6 is going to be one of these 2. Go with the 2s, so that makes that a 1. And that means this one is going to be a 4. So that means one of these two is going to be a 4. And what do we get in here? 8s are possible here. So let's give those two the possibility. Nope, not those two. That's an 8. This is a 3. That makes this a 6. This is an 8. And here, okay. Backing all that out to get down to these 2 1s. I'm supposed to clear. Okay, clearing that one. That's the 1. This is a 4. 6 and 2 here means this can't be a 6. That's an 8. That's a 6. And this is one of these two is going to be, these two is going to be a 4. And one of these two is going to be an 8. That's going to be this one. That makes this into a 3. Which means that 3 over here is going to be one of these two. 2 is going to be one of these two. Not a 3. One of those two is a 2. We've got these two for 3s. What do we have for 1? Still have 4 possibilities for 1. These two 6s and these two 6s means that one of these two is a 6. 7, I've got 3 possibilities for a 7. What a 5? Looks like I've got 2 possibilities for 5 already marked. 4s. I've got way too many possibilities for a 4. 3 possibilities over here. Also for the 7s here. I've got 7s reduced down to these 3, but that's all we can do there. How about down here? So we've got one of these two is going to be a 1. 2 is going to be one of these 4. 3, I've got this one will be a 3. So that's not a 3, that's a 3. That makes this an 8, this a 9, this a 6. No, 2. This becomes a 6. Or 7 over here at them as a result. One of these two will be a 7. Still have 3 possibilities for 1. There's 2 given here. Another one up here. So one of these two is a 2. Pairs up nicely with one of these two. 6 is going to be one of these two. 7, 8, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. Looks like we've got 2 possibilities for 4 here. 2 possibilities for 5. 2 possibilities for 6. 7, 8, and 2 possibilities for 9. But this can't be a 9 anymore. So that's a 9. That's 2. That's a 1. This is a 5. This is a 6, and this is a 4. That makes this a 2 and this a 6. Doesn't change anything up here right yet, but we will get some tidying up in a few moments here. There's only one thing that can be here, and that's a 1. 2, 3, 4 is going to be here. That makes this one a 5, this one a 7, 4 and 7 here. I have to figure out 6 and 2. However, it does mean this gets to be a 7. This can no longer be a 1, so that's a 6. This becomes a 2, a 6 here. Makes this a 1, this a 2. And this becomes our 4, which means this is a 3, this is a 4, this is a 3, and this is a 7. Hey, not bad for a medium. 12 minutes and 51 seconds. I want to say thanks to everybody who hung out with me. I appreciate it. I hope that you have a wonderful day. And if you didn't hang out with me during the stream, you followed afterwards, that works too. Have a wonderful day. And we will see you again tomorrow. I've got a card puzzle coming up to to fix my boat.